Howdy guys, in today's video we're going to be looking at your machining parameters for your tool parts, and this will be for RouterCAM. But before that, let's have a quick intro first. So today's video can be found on softwaretraining.co.za. We make short and easy to watch problem solving videos, and we also have daily updates. Otherwise, back in the program here. So now in today's video we're going to be looking at, like I said, the machining parameter for the tool parts, and this will be a mini series for the tool parts where we'll be going into more depth on what these settings do. Now obviously you're going to have a few different variations on these settings depending on which tool you choose, so then you'll just adjust that accordingly, but most of them are pretty similar. So today we're going to be looking at the contour milling, and then with our shape selected we can open this. I'm just going to close off some of these ones so that they're not so distracting. Then under the machining parameter we've got here safety height, plunge height, starting height, and final depth. Now safety height will be the height your arm starts moving in, so, or your cutting bit. So this is ideal. Let's say you've got your design and you've got it clamped with clamps to keep it secure. Then you want to make sure that the safety height's higher than that, so you don't smack the clamps with the actual drill bit and so forth, because that can make quite a mess. So that is your safety height, so just make sure you adjust it accordingly. If I should remember, this thing does work smart, so once it starts cutting it's not going to go back to the safety height every time, but at least that's how it does it according to the reference. Then the next up here we've got the plunge height. So this will pretty much be the speed it's going to travel from your starting height to your final depth. So that's going to be how quickly it plunges. So you'll go your safety height, and then once it reaches, it plunges at that speed from point A to point B, and then it will start your actual cutting. Then next one we've got the starting height. So if you've zeroed your machine, then this one's going to start exactly on the surface, start cutting it. Then obviously you have the final depth as well, so that'll be how deep it goes. Now we could preview these things, but I think most of them are quite self-explanatory, where once again just a quick recap. So the safety height will be how high your machine head moves in case you have clamps on that. Some programs it will move it this height between every cut. So if I've got multiple shapes, it will move it at 10 mil and then cut it, and then once it moves it's 10 mil again, move it. Some again you can optimize where between the shapes you've got a different height, so it keeps streamlined and it saves you a lot of time. Then the plunge height is the speed will be traveling from starting point and final depth. So as its initial drill down, and then it starts moving. And then we've got the starting height, which is relevant to where you've zeroed your machine, obviously, according to the material. And then we've got also the final depth will be how deep it cuts. But yeah, that is it on the machining parameters. Yeah, it's pretty simple. But if we had to head here to softwaretraining.co.za, you guys will notice we've got a variety of different softwares we do cover. And you can also isolate your search on the top right. If you do not, however, find the training videos you're looking for, just simply go here, request the training video, fill in the mini form, and then we'll do our best to try and make that for you. But otherwise, thanks guys for watching, and cheers.